Majority of Nigerians don't know what luxury means, and people are beginning to feel like the word luxury now means I want you to pay more for this. Hi, my name is Uchenna and I'm an African-based digital content creator, and in this channel I'll talk about everything books, life and in between. If you're new here, welcome, and to my OGs, welcome back. So I saw an ad for a luxury apartment, and you want to know what the luxury was? Running water, a generator, POP and security. That was the luxury. Things that should be the bare minimum of human shelter. It is packaged and sold back to us as premium with a sprinkle of luxury on it. Now we have luxury hair, luxury bedsheet, luxury apartment, and you know what's interesting about the luxury apartment? There's no greenery. So in this video I'm talking about 4 things: what luxury means, how we got here, what we've done with this word, and how it's affecting us today. The word luxury comes from the Latin luxuria, meaning excess, abundance, more than you need. And the key phrase here is more than you need. So by definition, luxury is something that's more than just the basics. And that means that since the basics already exist, that is where luxury comes in. You can't have excess of something if you don't have enough of it. And when that is not the case, it is not called luxury, it's called scarcity. So if we look at the word luxury in places where it still functions, a Swiss watch is luxury not because it can tell time. If you look at it, our phones can tell time, the clock we have in our house can tell time. What makes it luxury is the craftsmanship. Maybe someone sitting down to put tiny bits of metals together that took him maybe 10 years. That is the luxury. The luxury is in the craftsmanship. And if it's like a leather product, maybe the leather is a leather that's going into extinct and it's rare and it's not something you can see, then you use that in making a leather bag or a leather shoe. That is what we also call luxury. A first class cabin is called luxury not because it lands. All planes, whether it's first class, business class, economy, everything lands. It gets you to your destination. What makes it luxury is the experience as a result of what happens before you get to where you're going. Real luxury has 3 ingredients. 1, rarity. That means not everyone can have it. 2, craftsmanship, which means someone labored over it and refused to release it till it is of excellence. And lastly, excess beyond comfort. So that means you already having comforts. When it's more than that, when something is more than that, that's when the word luxury comes in. I genuinely don't see how a normal rig, a normal generator having water is equated to luxury. When you open Instagram right now and you search the word luxury, you're going to see luxury hair, luxury scents, luxury cake, luxury interior, and so much more. And personally, I'm at that point where if I should see a vendor using the word luxury in whatever product or service they are selling, I flee. I just run away because that is not luxury. And most times, the luxury there is them overpricing the product or the service. Nigerian market discovered the word luxury, and the word tends to make people want to desire that thing. In results, drive sales. And as a result of this, we have businesses adding up to 50% extra towards the current price of the product or service they are selling, and they market it to us as luxury without actually having anything of quality or extra quality in that product or service they're selling. In our today's economy, there's so much businesses out there and brands, so people want to stand out. People want to be the one they choose. So luxury become the word they use and not as a description of the product or service they're selling. But here's the funny fact: words work like currency, and currency, when you print too much of it, it leads to inflation. So every fake luxury bag, every fake luxury hair diminishes and devalues the word luxury. And people are beginning to feel like the word luxury now means I want you to pay more for this. What is happening here is that people don't elevate their products to match the word luxury, but rather people now drag the word down to match their product. And the industry where this has become a pandemic is in the real estate industry. Now, I want you to picture an average luxury apartment in Lagos, as we must have seen on social media or flyers. It's mostly apartments with basic amenities and floors with concrete. We get cases where some apartment has borehole, and that's because the government cannot provide basic water. So there's like borehole, they privatize borehole. There's also safety as a result of the insecurity in the country. prioritize safety. As a result of no electricity, 24 hours power supply, they now have 24 hours generator standby, which is they prioritize that also. And if you have like interlocked compound, that is also marketed as luxury. Now, if you look at it, none of these are luxury. Rather, they are all basic infrastructures. And this just signifies private replacement of public failure. These real estates are not selling excess, which that's the word for luxury. Rather, they're selling escape to us. So luxury now becomes if you can pay for it. They tag these compounds, they tag this estate luxury, and then in the estate, there's no single greenery, there's no plant, there's no flower, there's no grass around that place. Everything is concrete, everywhere is looking empty. And I keep on wondering, do these people don't think about like the global warming? They don't think about like the condition of the environment. These trees do play an important role in the ecosystem. And in some countries, having these greeneries are a requirement. We see developments where buildings are like touching each other. There's no park, there's no playground, there's no proper drainage. And in my head, I'm thinking people are paying millions for things like this. Luxury real estate means a building having taste and architecture. But here in Africa, specifically Nigeria, luxury means the absence of suffering. And we have set the bar so low that not suffering, it's now a luxury product. Now, what does this do to us? One, it reduces our standard of living without us actually knowing. When you hear luxury attached to running water, it makes you stop thinking about, oh, these are basic amenities that you should be having. You stop thinking about these are non-negotiables, but rather you start looking at it as something that you should be grateful for, that you have this and you're able to like afford this. If people are being grateful for like the barest minimum, it would be so hard for them to demand for more and good life. So the word luxury here is teaching us to pay more for less and to feel blessed while doing it. Secondly, this also kills our collective demand for a better life, because if the only way to get constant electricity is to buy this luxury apartment, that means only the wealthy, only the connected ones, the ones that the politicians and people in high places listen to, they buy these apartments that is termed luxury, and making it harder for us to fix the problem because they bought their escape. Every borehole is a vote against having constant water. Every estate generator is a vote against having a well-functioning national grid. And the word luxury in Nigeria would be converting public failure into private profit, which is already happening. And as long as escape is purchasable, the problem never gets fixed. This also rewires our brain when we think about luxury, in the sense that when a product or a business owner keeps saying, oh, it's luxury, and the product is not luxury, we stop believing the word, we stop believing in brands that are actually selling luxury. And for the solution, I think we as the consumers should question things. We should ask questions. We should speak up when the word luxury is being used in product or services that we are buying. And for business owners, if your product or service is of good quality, there's nothing bad in saying this is of good quality, this is good, rather than using the word luxury when the product you're selling does not meet up to the standard of what is called luxury. That means how your product was made. We talk about services. Do you respond on time? Do you deliver on time? Do you fix issues on time? And for developers, I think it's important for us to go back to the drawing board. We need greenery. The global warming is really getting crazier. We can see how hot it gets. These are things that having trees could reduce the hotness that we are feeling. We need trees around us. We need drainages. We need playgrounds. We need walkable environments. We want to be able to have access to these basic amenities without it being overpriced for the word luxury. So let me know in the comments what has been the most ridiculous thing you have seen that has been marketed as luxury. And that is the end of this video, guys. So thank you so much for watching till this end. Please do subscribe to this channel if you're yet to subscribe, and do give this video a thumbs up if you like it. I would see you in my next video. Bye.